tense. Part the second. Here we'll talk about the past tense. First of all, past simple tense. Past simple tense, it has the structure of simple past, the verb in the past simple past form, or did followed by the present form of the verb. Let's see here example. He came here. Okay, he came yesterday. Here came is the past form, and we use did along with present form here. He didn't come yesterday in negative sentences. This form is also used in question forms. Did he come yesterday? Or look at this example here. He did come yesterday. We use did along with present form in past simple form in sentences like this emphasis, where we express emphasis on the action did come, on the action come. So let's see the uses of this simple past tense. First of all, it is used to express actions, finish, okay, actions, states or habits in the past in general. Let's see here. Charles Dickens wrote many novels. That's a simple statement which happened in the past. The Germans invaded Poland. He gave me a book. So such are the simple past in use to express past actions in general. Let's come to the second use. We use it for finished actions or states or habits in the past when we have a finished time word. See here example. I read the story yesterday. See here, read the story. The timeline is there, yesterday. Another one here. India got independence in 1947. 1947 is a time word here. So we use simple past here. Another example here. He visited me at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. here happens to be the time word. So we use here visited, past simple. Come to the third use of the past simple. We use it for finished actions, states or habits in the past that's introduced with present perfect tense or another. For details, let's see here. I've hurt my leg. Here you see here, I've hurt. This is in the speech has been introduced with this present perfect. I've hurt my leg. So here we come, I fell. Okay. So what follows is past simple. Why you are hurt? Because why I've hurt? Because I fell. In the past simple. Another example here similarly. I've been on leave. Why? I went to Agartala. So I have been, present perfect, it's been introduced. So when, past simple. Next use of past simple here for stories or lists of events, we often use past simple. At the same time for X, okay, this happens in stories, in narratives, particularly in fiction writing. At the same time, we use past continuous for the background actions. Let's see example here. He went to the library. People were reading silently. He sat down and read a story. You look here. He went, he said, he read. These are all in past, simple past. But the background, people were reading. This is the background. And these, the actions. The actions in the past simple and the background in the past continuous. Now let's come to the next use of past simple tense here. We use it to talk about things not real in the present or future, as in wishes. Let's see example here. If I won the lottery, I would buy a BMW car. Yes, if I won, but I didn't win. Yes, and I may not win in future also. So these are about wishes. May or may not win. I wish I had more time. Yes, this for expressing such wish, I say I wish I had more time. We cannot say I have more time. Now let's come to the next That is past continuous tense. Past continuous tense, we have the form here, was or were, depending upon whether the subject is singular or plural, followed by the verb in ing form. Let's see, this is used to describe actions or events before now, and actions that began in the past and were still going on when another event occurred. See here? Yesterday I watched a movie on TV. The film started at 8 p.m. and finished at 10. So I watched it for 2 hours. So if this is the case, at 9 p.m. yesterday, I was watching TV. Yes, I had begun watching before 9 and continued after 9 also. Past continuous. See, it began at 9. So I was watching at 9. Because it started at 8 and continued after 9. See, let's see the use of past continuous tense here. First of all, unfinished actions which are interrupted by another event or action in the past. See here, I was reading a book when they called. Yes, I started reading the book before they call, and maybe I continue later on, maybe not, but it was interrupted by their action of calling upon me. I was playing football at 3 p.m. I started playing football before 3 and finished after 3. That's when we use I was playing football at 3 p.m. for unfinished actions interrupted by another event or action. Second use is to describe the background in a story written in the past tense, as we had seen a bit earlier now. And the example here, it rained, okay, yes, dark rain clouds were gathering from the east and bringing from time to time a breath of moisture in the air. This is the background outside happening. Coquin, who was the manager of an open-air theater called the Tivoli and who lived in the Lodge, was standing in the middle of the garden looking at the sky. This here, the background actions are expressed in past continuous tense. This has been taken from Anton Jacob's story, his story, The Darling. Here, look at the third use of past continuous tense. For temporary habits in the past, but the habit started and finished in the past, because yes, it no longer happens now. This thing we generally use with always, constantly, or forever expressions like this. Let's see here. He was always wearing a cross. It means that he used to wear it, but he doesn't wear it these days. He has stopped wearing it now. He was forever singing in the bathroom. Okay. He used to sing it, yes, but he doesn't do it anymore now. Now let's come to the next use of past continuous tense. We use it to express, to emphasize that something lasted for a while, for a duration. Often optional and used with time expressions like all day, all evening, all night, like this. Let's see example here. I was reading all afternoon. We usually do not say I read all the afternoon. We say I was reading all afternoon to emphasize that it lasted for the whole duration of the afternoon. She was playing chess with me all evening. Similarly here, all evening here is given here. Time expression is here. So we use was playing to emphasize that it went on. It lasted for the whole duration of the evening. And next we have the use of past continuous tense to express a change of mind. Of course, with the help of the verb go. Let's see example here. I was going to watch a movie, but I decided to do my homework instead. See here, I was going to watch a movie, but I have changed my mind. And I didn't go for the movie. Instead, I did my homework. So we use I was going to watch. Still past continuous form with the help of going. He was going to propose to Julia, but he was too afraid to do it. Yes, he was going to propose, but he didn't propose. He changed his mind. last use of past continuous tense here, we use it with wonder to make a very polite request. Here, let's see here. I was wondering if you could babysit for me tonight. This is a very polite request, requesting someone to do something for you. I was wondering if you would lend me your umbrella. Another polite request here. Now let's come to the next, which is past perfect, and the format is, the structure is had followed by the past participle of the verb. See here, I had eaten. We use this to about a time earlier than before now, and it talks about the past in the past. That's why past perfect, past in the past, and even happened before another event in the past. See here, its uses. First of all, it is used to express an action finished before a second point in the past. That's why past before past. See here, the train had left when we arrived at the station. Here, two actions are here: leaving of the train and arriving at the station. We are arriving at the station, and before our arrival at the station, the first action, the train's leaving this had finished. That's why the train left. See here, first the train left, then we arrive. Similarly, look at this sentence. It had snowed heavily, so they closed the door. Just like the earlier one here. First of all, it snowed, then they closed the school. So two actions are there. And then another use is about something that started in the past and continued up to another action or time in the past. See here, it tells us how long, just like the present perfect, okay, but the action continued up to a point in the past rather than the present, just unlike in the present perfect. Let's see example here. When he graduated, he had been in CNA for 5 years. What does it mean? It means that he arrived in CNA 5 years before he graduated, of course, and he lived there until he graduated. After that also he might have continued or he might not have, but he lived there until his graduation. Another sentence here. On the 20th of July, I had worked here for 2 years. Similarly here, on the 20th of July, my working has completed 2 years. Coming to the third use of past perfect tense, we use it to talk about unreal or imaginary things in the past. Let's see, have a look at the example. If I had known you earlier, I would have married you. Yes, this is only imaginary. I didn't meet you earlier and I didn't marry you. I would have got the job if I had worked harder. Yes, this is another imaginary event in the past. I didn't work harder. It says I didn't get the job. Another example here. I wish I had met you earlier. Just a wish in the past, which is unreal because I didn't meet you in the past. Now have a look at past continuous tense. The structure is the auxiliary had followed by the past perfect auxiliary been. So two auxiliaries, again followed by the verb in continuous form. Let's see the example here. I had been drinking. Had been, this is, had is a past auxiliary, been is a auxiliary but past perfect auxiliary, and drinking, the continuous form of drink. Let's see the use of past perfect continuous tense. First of all, it is used to express actions started in the past and continued up to another action or time in the past. It shows us the duration, how long the action continued to a point in the past. Let's see example here. I had been freezing outside when the taxi arrived. Yes. So for a duration, I had been freezing outside in the atmosphere, in the cold, and the taxi arrived in the past, but before that I was freezing for a duration. See another example. She had been teaching at the school for 10 years when you joined it. Yes, before you joined, she had been teaching 10 years for a duration. So for duration in the past, we use past perfect continuous tense. Another use is an action or state that finished just before another event in the past. We use this to show a result at a time in the past. You see, we are concerned about the result. See here, the field was flooded. It had been raining heavily. See, the field had been flooded, and as a result of the rain. That's why we use past perfect continuous to show the result. Another example here. I had been reading before you arrived, and that's why I didn't want to go out. Yes. Before your arrival, I was reading. So I had been reading before you arrived. Yes. Right now, yes, the action of reading had finished, but that time before your arrival, I was reading. And that's why I didn't want to go out. So result is given here. So these are the uses of past perfect continuous tense. Thank you.